On the airwaves when Stop the Insanity first came out. So let's show her some love here. 3 times best-selling New York Times author, diet fitness guru, Susan Powter! Here's the mic, honey.
There is no reason for us to be separated by a stage. Don't you agree? It's ridiculous. And I don't even think I need a mic. You can hear me perfectly, can't you? Good. Okay, I'll use the mic. It's so impersonal. First of all, I must tell you something. I was asked if I wanted to come by this afternoon in New Jersey to see a bunch of women at a women's expo. And I was like, Jersey women, I am so there. Don't ask. And if it was just a degree or 2 warmer, we can go to the beach because we're right here. The last 10 years, a little over 10 years ago, I literally fired everyone in a very big company, because anybody that knows Stop the Insanity knows that it spawned 7 books, 9 best-selling videos, 4 infomercials, and a huge 10-year thing. Thank you. It's a good thing. But I fired everyone 10 years ago and walked away. I walked away to have another baby. I had my 3rd baby. So now the boys that America grew up with literally are 25, 24, and I have a 10-year-old. I walked away because what you don't know that now you can because of brilliant people doing brilliant work now, we could never get to you in the past. You could send me a letter, I would never see it, ever, ever, ever. I had multimedia for television, Time Warner for videos, Simon & Schuster, huge mega corporations. I knew 10 years ago that the industries I am in that literally mean everything to you, because what I'm talking about is life-saving. It is life-saving information, and it's not an opinion. If you live in a human body, I don't care how old you are, I don't care what your religion, what your race, what your politic, what anything. If you live in a human body, you have got to hear this information, because it applies to every human being's body. And here's what I said 20 years ago, and here's what I'm here to say now, except now I can say it directly to you because of the internet. I came back to work for the internet, and that is the only reason I came back to work, because now you and I can talk directly any day of the week, and guess what? If someone says something it isn't what I said, I can get on and go, no, did not say that, no. So what you see happening in technology is the reason now that every human body can get well. You have to hear this, okay? Unless you are getting oxygen into your body every day, you are internally suffocating. Period. The end. And if your physician isn't telling you that, fire them. And tell them Susan said, he's an idiot. Just add that, would you? Unless you are building lean muscle mass every day, unless you're doing something to build muscular strength, you're not going to wake up at 50 and go, oh my God, look, a bicep. Oh my God, look, my heart is so strong, I can't even believe it. You're not. You're not. Unless you're doing foundational work now, eat, breathe, move, and think, you are going to end up suffering many of the consequences that hundreds and thousands of people, unnecessarily, I might add, completely and absolutely, they're all suffering. I walk around and I'm like, you don't have to feel like that. I'm not even talking about, I'm just talking about energy. I'm talking about strength. I'm talking about loving your body. I'm 50 years old. Believe me when I tell you, when you know. I won't do it. I'm a single mother by choice of 3 children, and if I didn't have the strength and energy that I had, I don't know how I would make it through a day. And I know millions of you are going, oy, I feel I'm so tired. And as well you should be. Millions of you are like, oy, I'm just not inspired. Well, why would you be? Millions of you are going, oh, if I keep getting fatter and fatter, I don't know what's happening. Let me tell you what's happening, okay? There is a lifestyle that is not working for millions of people. It's called the all-American lifestyle. Now, when I said it 20 years ago, they called me a health freak. Well, it turned out that I was right, didn't it, huh? It's called a lifestyle, but it's not you. I'm here to tell you something, it's not you. There are multi-billion-dollar advertising campaigns. They are designed to affect your behavior, and guess what they have? Okay, so what? So what? There are multi-billion-dollar industries that thrive on disease and obesity. It's a very profitable thing when millions of people are unwell. Did you not know that? I can name a few industries. The pharmaceutical industry, the AMA, certainly, insurance, come on. So you now know that this is not just some concept wellness. You now know as consumers, wait a minute, you know what, maybe if I eat this stuff that is fluorescent, it probably isn't too good for me, huh? When it stains your mouth for 3 days, it's probably not so good. It's that simple. It's what I said 100 years ago. You know the 4 dietary rules in my house? You want to know what they are? Number 1, if it's fluorescent, we don't eat it. And my children do not eat fluorescent things because I'm not handing my babies over to the companies that make fluorescent blue. And I'm not waiting for them to tell me that their fluorescent is not a carcinogen, because it is. I don't need their scientific studies. I'm a mother. I don't need their graphs and charts. I'm a mother. These children came from this body. Don't even think you're getting your hands on them. Furious is what every mother should be. Furious. I mean crazy furious, like, go, don't you ever! They won't hurt you, just yell at them like that. Or go into a down dog with me. Anytime anybody annoys me, I like go into a yoga stance. You're like, oh my God, she is insane, this woman. I came here today because there is no better place. Male, female, young, old, fat, I don't care. If you want to burn fat, I'm here to tell you something. The human body burns fat. Fat burns, it's a fuel. So if you want to burn fat, I can help you burn fat. There's nothing complicated about burning fat. If you want to feel strong, you can build upper body, abdominal, and lower body strength. You got to do something to build it. I mean, I hate to tell you, you got to do something, but when you do, here's what you have. You don't have to walk around like this. Oh, so tired. Jesus, I'm so tired. Oh, I gotta say I'm so tired. You're so tired for the same reason I was tired at 260 pounds. I am the only fitness expert who's lost 133 pounds and never found it again. Thank you. So I've solved the problem. I have never found it's gone. And it's been gone forever. And the energy I have is not psychological or some, wow, she found some nirvana. It is physiological. If you build lean muscle mass, you have energy. Did you know that? If you build cardio endurance and strength, you have energy. Did you know that? If your body is not schlepping around a ton of fat, it's easier to live because you can get up and go, look. Not to mention, it is so hot. Let me tell you what hot is. I went shopping. No, I did, because I go shopping. And I found these fabulous pants, and who the hell wouldn't buy these? Look at them. They're fabulous. I was in the dressing room and I'm doing a blog called Self-Esteem, and I did it from the dressing room of any department store. You want to talk about self-esteem? Let's go to a department store in a dressing room, right? Right? Do I have to tell you, how about bathing suit time? That's always fun. It's always fun trying on the bathing suit in their fluorescent lights. They light the things to make you go home and kill yourself. Like, it's not okay, people. I was in a dressing room doing a blog about self-esteem, trying on these pants. These pants are falling off. And you know what? It is a thrill. I said it a long time ago. I never lost weight for my health. I never for a second thought about an artery. I never thought about my heart anything. Look, he's scribbling. He's like, she didn't even go. He's reporting it. Look, she said health isn't important. But I can blog and say, that's not what I said. You're probably a very nice guy. Take a picture. How cute am I? Take it fast, baby. Cute. I never lost a pound for my health, and I suggest you don't either. The only reason I lost over 130 pounds, literally the only reason, is because I was tired of being the fat ex-wife. I didn't want to bump into his girlfriend who was like 12 on a good day. I didn't want to be the fat ex-wife anymore because it was horrifying for me. And because I wanted to at least, I never thought about anything, but I just can't feel this way anymore. Like what, I'm 260 now, what am I going to be, 270, 280, 310, 450, then what do? Explode? Like what happens then? Like I just couldn't have it keep going over and over again. I knew I had to do something different. So I figured it out, and it's very simple. If you want to burn all the fat you want to burn, I don't care how long it's been since you've moved, I don't care your knee injury, it doesn't matter. You have to move in oxygen, which is the definition of the word aerobic. If you want strength, you have to build upper body, abdominal, and lower body strength. If you want to look and feel good, you got to change what you're putting in. Because this country, epidemic, it's epidemic. And if I said epidemic about anything else, people would be running in the streets screaming and yelling. You say epidemic of obesity, and you know what people are doing now? They're getting desensitized, just like we did with homelessness. Let me tell you what they're doing. Well, I don't look that bad. The standard has gotten so pathetic. You do not need to walk around over fat and unfit. You do not need to be exhausted.